There, everyone. Welcome to Payroll in Excel 2021. This is the Indiana edition. It's the Crossroads of America edition. I have scoured the state of Indiana from Columbus to Muncie to Bloomington, you name it, I've been there. And going through Indiana, I can tell you, interesting people, interesting folks, interesting part of the country. And here are how you do tax rates for the state of Indiana. Indiana, luckily, has announced 2021 rates already. They did it back in October. And we have all the current rates for all the counties and all the deduction amounts and everything. We're going to go through them, all these counties. Indiana is a state where every county, if you live somewhere or doing some work in a county in Indiana, they're probably going to have a tax rate. There's a huge list here. And I did convert that list into something inside of the Excel file, and I'll show that to you in a minute. So when you're entering in your employee information, we've got Gene Hack of Hoosiers fame, Gene Hackman probably. In Indiana, you're going to want to know how many personal exemptions and dependent exemptions. That information comes from this form, your Indiana WH-4. And those are the answers to these questions about, you're entitled to one exemption, how many numbers, and how many dependents do you have that you're going to put there. When you get that information from your employee, you're going to choose whether or not, when they're in Indiana, how many personal exemptions and how many dependent exemptions there are. And on top of that, there's this local tax rate and there's local county. So there's a huge list. In this huge list, I brought in all the codes and their tax rates all here. Checked them all over for 2021. So simply when you are in here and you're choosing your employee's county, you can just choose the county and the rate is going to change automatically. And also, if you don't choose a county, it's going to show up in red. All these people that are Indiana people, you can see there's no county code and there needs to be one. And so you need to choose one so things will go from red to blue like they're good, right? So given that, once you choose your county, and it's going to have the rate in there, once you enter in your hours in your daily entry sheet, you can go to your biweekly sheet and put in other hours and information. I can show you how simple the taxes in Indiana are. They are right here, Indiana. And what you can do here is everyone's basketball fans in India. They have Michael Jordan's number in their tax rate, if you can believe it or not. It's multiplied by 3.23% once you figure out what their taxable gross is. And how do you get to that taxable gross? Well, you just have to annualize the wages. So however many pay periods there are in the year, you're looking at a payroll file that has weekly pay periods in here, so every week. So you're going to multiply that by 52, whatever the gross wages were, federal taxable gross wages for the period that, like hours times their rate. And once you do that, you're just going to subtract out the number of Indiana exemptions from that A and B tables, or the personal and the dependent exemptions that we put right here. That's going to come out, and the amount that's going to come out related to those exemptions is right here, and that is the personal allowances from Table A are worth $1,000 for each one, and the dependents are worth $1,500 for each one. So that's what this formula is doing right here, is subtracting out the number of personal allowances times 1,000, and the number of dependent allowances times 1,500 up here, and getting your taxable wage base. And then it's easy. Then you just multiply by 3.23% or 0.0323 and divide by the number of pay periods, because we annualized it. So we got to bring it back to the pay period level. So you divide it by 52 to get this 3820, and then you have a pay stub. And everything's easy. Everything's done. Here's your local tax. Here's right here, Bartholomew County. It's going to tell you what county it's in. Here's your state tax. At the end of the, you can change, you get different employees. The whole thing's going to change, everything. When you want to see at the end of the year, when you have to file your Indiana, your W-2s and W-3s for the state and total everything up, we have reporting areas. And this is a nice special other reports or other pivots here, where you're able to have this thing sorted out by these Indiana counties. So you can then subtotal and see Bartholomew, Allen County, and have it already broken out to see what the gross wage is, and then what the actual local tax, which is hanging out over here, what this would be, and have it all broken out by county automatically, and see the people that are in, multiple people that are in a county versus just one-offs like that. So that is payroll in Indiana. Not too bad. Basically, once you figure out what you're taxing, you're just multiplying by 3.23%. I'm going to break out the Indiana tax and the local tax on the state reports, obviously. And on the W-2s at the end of the year, when you choose your employee name here, you'll see that down at the bottom, it is going to give you what the locality name is, and also the extra, there's a code number that really should go on there. And that code number for the local county is located also in this same table here at the bottom. When we get down to that big table again, right here, we have the local codes related to the county as well as the tax rate. So stuff comes in automatically. So that's Payroll in Excel. We are getting through every state right now. That was Indiana. You can see we are going down the list here. All these ones are done. Indiana's now done. On to Kansas next, another state I have many friends in. And we're going to keep rolling, get through all this before 2021 so that we're complete and we get the federal rates updated and everything else. So good luck, everybody. Payroll should be easy, so make it so.